Hi, I'm Shawn Ray, IFBB professional bodybuilder. This video is titled The Final Countdown. And basically what it is a video to walk you from A to Z through the 1998 Mr. Olympia. It's been 10 years that I've been competing in this contest, and I've been in the top 5 for 8 of those years. Last year I was 3rd, and this year I plan on winning the contest, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about training, nutrition, supplementation, competition, determination, willpower, motivation, and all of the other adjectives that come along with being a champion bodybuilder. Hopefully by the end of this video you will see that on any level of competition what it takes to become a champion. Hopefully what I'll convey to the viewer will be that if you put your mind, heart, and soul into something, win, lose, or draw, you'll get the satisfaction that you're looking for. Hopefully my satisfaction will come in the form of a Sandow Trophy and the 10th Mr. Olympia champion ever in the 32-year history. But my motivation is beyond that. My motivation is beyond just winning the Mr. Olympia. I'm making this video to show you that at 12 weeks out, we weren't born this way and we don't look this way on the day of a show. It takes a certain amount of time to achieve a certain appearance that we only sustain for a short period of time. So at 12 weeks out, I'll look significantly different by the time this video is over. And the reason I'll look different, well, because I'm going to be training twice a day. I'll be doing upwards of an hour of cardio a day. I'll be tanning, I will be posing, I will be dieting, and I'll be working on my mental mindset to become the next Mr. Olympia. That's not something that's easily accomplished. Like I said, with 9 champions in 32 years, I hope to become the 10th. In order to do that, I'll need every bit of energy and willpower and drive and determination I've ever had. I'm going up against the likes of Flex Wheeler, Nasser El Somebody, Kevin Levrone, and Ronnie Coleman, to name a few. All of these guys are champions in their own right, and they're not going to roll over. I don't think I'm going to out-muscle mass these guys, so what I've got to do is out-train them. I've got to out-diet them. I've got to will myself to be a better bodybuilder than they are, and come October the 10th at the Madison Square Garden in New York City, what you see on this tape will reflect my hard work and dedication to become a champion. The one thing I want to convey to the viewer is this. This video is not about winning and losing to Mr. Olympia. This is about showing you how to become Mr. Olympia. And if at the very least I don't happen to become Mr. Olympia, it will show you the road and the journey to getting to the Mr. Olympia platform, and to try to do battle with giants. In lieu of the fact that I'm one of the shortest and one of the lightest guys in the contest, I'm going up against a lot of giants. And in the form of Nasser El Somebody at 275 and Paul Dillette at 270, Flex Wheeler at 230, these guys are monsters. I'm 210 pounds, 5'7". A lot of people told me I could never do it. I've been in the top 5 in the world for the past 8 years. I don't plan on stopping now. I don't plan on letting up. The reason that I've managed the success that I have will follow as you continue to watch this tape. You'll see how I came to be, and hopefully this will be the 1 year of preparation that puts me over the top, and I lay claim to my place in history alongside Larry Scott, Sergio Oliva, Chris Dickerson, Frank Zane, Samir Banu, Franco Colombo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lee Haney, and of course Dorian Yates. I want everyone to know that I'm as disappointed as the next guy that Dorian Yates is not here this year due to an injury. He's always been a motivating factor in terms of me gearing up for the biggest contest of my life. Of course, I look nothing like Dorian, and he's on the opposite end of the spectrum, but him just simply being the champion has a tendency to bring out the best in all of us as competitors. And with his absence, whoever wins the contest, there will always be an asterisk, because I thought that the next Mr. Olympia would be the one that beats Dorian Yates, and I thought that might be me. In lieu of his injury, Flex Wheeler is very formidable. Kevin Levrone has the same force to be reckoned with, placing twice in the Mr. Olympia, 1992 and 1995. Nasser El Somebody getting 2nd place in 1997. Flex Wheeler getting 2nd place in 1993. These are the guys to beat, and they're very much capable of becoming the next Mr. Olympia. So what you're going to see on this tape is my assault and my attack on how to beat these champions, these giants. and show you that at 5'7" and 210, if you put your mind, body, and soul into it, you can accomplish whatever it is you try to accomplish. Mine happens to be becoming the 10th Mr. Olympia and taking my place in history. If by chance that doesn't happen, this tape will reflect to you the hard work and dedication I put into my bodybuilding for the past 11 years as a professional athlete, and that the satisfaction that I get from the sport has a lot more to do with the journey than the actual victories that I've had over the years. The Mr. Olympia title has been the one title that's evaded my whole career. That's why this time around I'm going to put even more focus and concentration into it. And the title is aptly named The Final Countdown because I believe if I happen to win this show, this will be the nail in the coffin, the end of the road for me in terms of satisfaction. My destiny is to become Mr. Olympia. In the next hour, you'll witness the final countdown to the 1998 Mr. Olympia, and we'll see what happens after the show. Usually when I'm training any muscle group, it doesn't matter which particular exercise, as long as it's a leg exercise. People want to know what the difference between squats, presses, extensions, and lunges. I don't try to get too scientific and figure out what the difference is, because on one given day I might have close grip or wide spread. It's going to hit different parts of the thigh, different parts of the hamstring. Pick 4 leg exercises. Today I'm doing lunges, leg press, squats, and extensions. The next time that might change. Might do half squats, single leg press, single leg extensions, and different variations of leg equipment. We got Body Masters, flex equipment, Icarian, different types of equipment. So my suggestion is to pick 3 or 4 exercises per body part, work your legs, and then pick 3 or 4 different ones on the next time. Don't get scientific about the inner head or the outer head of the quadricep. Train and train hard. That's the key to the game. Right now I'm on my 3rd exercise. This is squats. On any given day I might walk in and start with squats. So sometimes I'm stronger or weaker depending on where I do the squats in my routine. But every time I try to put it all out on the line. Train as hard and as heavy as I can. And today I'm training with 3 people, 2 other partners. Sometimes I train with 1 other partner. And a lot of times I train by myself. So the pace of the workout sometimes can dictate how much weight you can handle. So usually when I have 2 partners with me, I train a little slower, a little heavier. But keep it simple. Results come from hard work and intensity. And the number one word is consistency. Train very consistent, and you'll get to where you want to go. Thank you.
7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll break this fucker.
That's Shawn's working with.
Bye. Okay, as you know, every bodybuilder needs his energy to train and train hard. We diet for about 12 weeks, and a few of the foods that we are going to be discussing are laid out here in front of me at one of my favorite restaurants, the Sizzler. This is where I have a tendency to come and eat right after I get done training, and I will describe each and every item in front of us and show you what you can eat rather than what you can't eat. All right, this first item here is hibachi chicken, dry. We have 2 chicken breasts with a little taste of lemon to flavor and season. Give it a little bit of taste. We have our broccoli here, a form of complex carbohydrates with a dry baked potato. This, my friends, is teriyaki sauce. It's a no-no. Get rid of it. Don't even buy it. So what we have is protein and our complex carbohydrates. This is a typical lunch for me after I get done training, along with some iced tea and some equal to give it a little bit of flavor. Over here we have a salad. Now, I have a tendency to eat a lot of salads, and I bring my own protein. I'd usually eat 2 cans of tuna fish that are packed in water that's low sodium. I just put the tuna fish on top of it. I have my dark greens, I have some onions, some eggs, so I take out the yolks, and I mix my tuna fish all up in there, and I usually drink about 2 or 3 sizes of water, about this size to wash it all down. No complex carbohydrates for this meal. It's all protein and roughage. Over here, we move over into my next meal, and this is a New York steak with broccoli, no complex carbohydrates. I'm getting a lot of my energy from the fat that's in the steak, and generally speaking, I eat 2 of these. 2 steaks with a larger portion of this broccoli, complex carbohydrates, and I kind of stay away from the starchy carbohydrates at this stage on my 3rd meal of the day. Over here, we move into fish. I usually will eat my fish totally dry. This is trout, grilled. Sprinkle a little bit of lemon wedge on it just to give it a little bit of flavor. It's got plenty of protein, and I'll eat a baked potato dry, and I usually will go to the gym and train for my 2nd time after that. And I generally have about 2 glasses of water this size or an iced tea. Over here, this is my treat. This is I consider it almost like cheating. I'll have a mixed assortment of fruits immediately after I train as I prepare my dinner. I have pineapple, I have cantaloupe, I have a little bit of honeydew, some watermelon, and some grapes. This satisfies my sweet tooth and my craving for sugars. Generally, I'll have a cup of coffee before I do my workout, and after I get done eating this, right after I train, I'll usually have about 12 egg whites and some more broccoli or asparagus to fill me up. My last meal usually takes place about 10 o'clock at night. And that last meal doesn't have complex carbohydrates. I don't know how many calories I consume. I have no idea how much body fat I have on my body. I'm not very scientific. I eat when I'm hungry, and generally my emphasis is on the protein. That builds muscle. Usually I'll eat my complex carbohydrates just after or just before I train. I usually use the mirror as my guide. When I want to lose more body fat, I increase my cardio and cut back my complex carbohydrates. When I want to fill out a little bit more, I'll add an additional meal by waking up at maybe 5 o'clock in the morning and going to bed a little bit later, maybe 11 o'clock. That way I can add 1 or 2 more meals, get a few more calories in me. But when you're on a diet, you're gradually going to get a little bit weaker. And in a sense of getting weaker, that's not something I concern myself with. That's why I look in the mirror. As long as I'm getting more cut and I'm getting harder, my diet is taking place and my cardio is taking place, that's when I start to pay attention to the condition of my body, and I pose and I flex and I squeeze. 12 weeks, and I'll see you in New York.